So, I've been asked to make the Upper Sixth Leavers video this year, which is a lot of responsibility because if it's bad, everyone will see it. Ideally, the Leavers video is meant to capture the best moments of our time here, which is tricky because some moments are hard to explain. Let's just say discretion is important.
The Leavers film is just really important. It's a moment for the Upper Sixth to kind of reflect on their time at the school. And to be honest, I just think it should have the qualities of, you know, maturity and leadership that we've come to expect from this group.
Oh, hi, Mr. Herring. Are you free for a quick chat?
Yeah, sure. Come on in.
I was going to ask, so what can I actually put in the Leavers video?
The Leavers video? You know, just make sure it's sensible.
Sure, yeah, I've got it, cool.
Are you sure? You sound a little hesitant there. The monitors? Oh yeah, I trust them completely with the video. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no pressure then. Have we signed up?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Anyway, here's what we managed to come up with. Who's not filming yet?
Good question. What does make the perfect MTS boy? Well, I think for me, there's no one answer there. The perfect MTS boy will be different based on every individual. What we want is we want pupils to find their passion, to discover their talents, and then to run with it in whichever direction that is. So whether they're the best chemist, the best drill master on the square, the best leading violinist, the best classicist, the best rugby player, whatever it is, we want to help them discover their passion and take it to the absolute limit of what they're capable of.
Thank you, sir.
I've done that before, you see. Do you want me to give the honest answer now?
That'd be great, yeah.
The honest answer, okay, so the ideal MTS student is one I never actually know by name unless I've taught. And also, the ideal MTS student is one who remembers to turn up to assembly and sit in the right place if they're going to receive an award. Mm-hmm. Other than that, those two things, perfect.
Reese, what did you do?
I broke the glass. I fucking broke the chandelier, didn't I? Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Tivian, and today we're going to be interviewing people in our common room. First of all, we're going to start with Ryan Pabaka.
Hey Tim.
Ryan Pabaka, how are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. So, what has been your favourite memory that you've made?
I think transitioning from the prep school, obviously this school was a very big deal for me, but I think the people I met along the way in this journey, honestly, I think was the best thing I've ever had.
Can you name a couple people?
Well, naturally first I have to have the people who we had at MTP.
Absolutely. Does that include me?
To an extent, yeah, of course it does, man. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm with my next victim, Corin, over here. Corin, who is your favourite teacher and why?
Probably say Miss Lowe. So, great teacher. Miss Lowe. Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't know, she tries her best. Yeah, she's a good teacher.
Hello everyone, I'm with Jay and Patel. So, who is the biggest mogger in MTs?
I mean, it's tough to say really. A lot of good picks. But I'm gonna have to go with my boy Viv Verma.
Oh, he was just here a second ago. J-Dev! Hello J-Dev. Say hi to the mic. How we doing, lads? We're doing amazing, thank you. What is the funniest thing that you've seen in class?
Probably Ryan crashing out and making Dr. Kamisareva crash out when he complimented her hair. I think that was quite funny.
Sounds like a very, very funny moment. JJ, I have a question for you, mate. Who's most likely? Whoa. Who's most likely to go famous?
Go famous? Easterbrook.
For what?
Could be rich. He's gonna have like a massive company or something.
Ishan Olsen. I have a question for you. Who is most likely to respond to a Mr. Clark email?
I don't know. I think I have to say you, mate.
Me? Why?
I don't know. you seem like the kind of person who do that. You know, like, a bit clumsy.
Right, guys, we're back with Noah Lomas here. If you had to swap lives with a teacher, who would it be?
Mr. Simmons, because he's a cool guy, or Mr. Greenaway, because he's also a cool guy.
Is there anything else you want to add to that? Like any specific skills?
Mr. Simmons does a lot of hiking, which I think is quite cool.
All of his barefoot activities in class?
Yes, always in class. Always in class.
What about Mr. Greenaway? We've got Mr. Greenaway's son over here, by the way.
I mean, there's a few reasons. He has quite a nice car, he has quite a cool job. I'm assuming he earns a lot of money. Has a wonderful son. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Noah. Sorry, Trish. James, I have a question for you. What is the most pointless school rule?
School uniforms. People should promote self-expression instead of forcing people to conform.
Bardia. Hi, Bardia. How are you? Hello. You amazing? Yes. Great. I'm amazing as well. So, I have a question for you. I'm blanking right now. I don't shoot blanks. Let me think. Favorite memory?
Oh, the speech has to be up there.
The which one?
The speech.
The speech.
That has to be up there.
That was a brilliant speech.
Thank you.
Anything else apart from that? Because we all know about that speech.
All the chess matches.
Chess matches?
Yes. We made it to the national finals this year.
No way.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Joshin's actually there. You can ask him about the chess matches.
Joshin, I have a question for you. So Bardia's referred me to you, and he's asked me about your amazing chess experience. Explain.
Yeah, so when I joined the school, the chess club was in a rather sorry state, to be completely honest. There were no tournaments, it was a very casual get-together, really. I think in my time for MTS, we've established an official MTS chess team. We've qualified for the top 30 teams nationally in the British Team Chess Championship. So
very impressive.
So that's the first for the school. The school's never done that before.
So we're joined by Sahil Shah over here.
Not Shah though, is it?
Harry,
do you actually think it's Shah?
Wait, restart. You restarted, yeah? Yeah. Can you restart, please? Sahil, favourite footballing moment at MTs?
I think it's got to be the cup final last year, the plate final, but 2-1 win. Thanks to all of the 6 fans from our year that turned up. Great atmosphere.
It was absolutely magnificent scenes. Oh, just a standard day in the common room. Oh my god. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, John Lyon games. Done.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Sahil. Jaden, I have a quick question for you, mate. Who is your favourite teacher and why?
I'm going to have to say Miss Rochow.
Miss Rochow? Why?
Because she always makes fun of you.
Fair enough.
Welcome to Design and Technology at MTS.
Class of 2026.
POV, you walk past the local van resident.
What's that sound? What's that smell?
Welcome, boys. I've just been fixing this old girl, and she's a bit smoky. How can I help, my friends?
Design technology teachers at Taylor's.
Hi, can I have your name and what you do in the department? I'm going to use DT Technician and Sports Coach. Great. Now, I've got 2 questions I'd like to ask you. So, what 4 things would you like to take from this DT department? Money. Okay, that's all. 4 things. Mr. Wilson's calm and relaxed attitude to all things bar Vex. Quite good. Okay. Carlon's creative mind, is a very good engineer. Okay. And Miss Park's authority, is very good. Okay. Who am I here with today? Mr. Mieni. Mr. Mieni.
What 3 items have you put up your ass?
I think we put up the drill, electric drill. I think, portable. I think the router, the hand router is quite a dangerous one, I think. What else is there? I think the nibbler, you know, the metal one. Metal.
The nibbler!
Yeah.
The nibbler!
Oh yeah, it's going to be in there. Nibbles away. It does.
Who in the upper stick have you tore thought about kidnapping?
Oh, wow, that's a big one. I'm not sure enough. That's a bit controversial, isn't it, really? You two, surely. Yeah, Brian Hill, Aaron. I think I've heard Magnus is really good, but Jay's really good. He feels really good. I'm sure there's always a few surprises. Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Hi, who am I here with today?
Mr. Doherty.
And what's your job at Motion Tables?
Teacher of Design Technology.
Very nice. First question.
What 3 items have you put up your arse?
Possibly Jay Patel would be one. Would the other one be? I'm scared of mechanical pencils.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and Mr. Wilson.
Hello everyone, I'm Theo. People call me the king of the art department, but you know. So we're going to go around, interview some couple people and see what they have to say. Who am I here with?
James.
James, would you tell me a bit about your project? What's going on?
Which project do you want to hear about?
Well, let's start with the good one first. Tell me about the good one. This one.
The incomplete project, which is still a work in progress. Yeah, no, it's a work in progress. I'm aiming to get it done for Wednesday, but we'll see. Was that it?
I'm here with
Jonah.
Tell me a bit about your project. What's going on?
It's groups of people, so I'm doing like groups of people.
I'm here with David. David. What's going on? What are we doing?
This is art. Can you stroke a bit lower, please? Just there. Thank you. This is real art right here. What you do is you just draw over the picture and call it your own.
So really you're just copying from photos, aren't you?
No.
I'm here with one of the most productive art scholars in perhaps the school.
An art scholar. I'm not an art scholar.
So I think Ben is really, in my personal experience, he's quite an amazing artist. I mean, just look at his pussy.
Right, well thank you for that.
Give us a few heavy metal sounds.
No, actually, because my voice is very short. I can make a train engine, I can make like a train whistle noise.
Let's hear it.
No, not that one. So, that's good. Really gross. Basically, I want to get more meat involved, as always.
Do you like meat, Ben?
I'm partial.
I think is really one of the rare days where you'll actually catch Toby in the art studio. I mean, he's widely regarded as one of the best art students in perhaps the school. Toby, would you tell me a bit about, you know, how are you so creative? How do you get so much work done?
I'm not doing this.
Today, I'm here with Yuvraj. Yuvraj, tell me, what are you doing?
Hi, Theo. So I'm working on a portrait of Jeevan Singh Baj, and my project's about uniforms. So I'm looking at how uniforms in the art studio are overalls, and everybody has their own kind of personal way of making the overalls their own.
What else do you think Jeevan wipes on his overalls?
I've heard things. I've heard some pretty serious things.
Today, I'm here with
Jay.
Also known as?
Jay.
And?
Jay Illinger.
The head monitor? Okay, no worries. So, Jay, I've had some reports that you make yourself look bigger than you actually are in your paintings. Is that true?
Yeah, we can have me scaling it up.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Really? You weren't supposed to tell anyone. Okay. So here we are with
Jeevan,
also known as?
Sorry.
The third best artist. Okay. So there's a famous quote saying, if you surround yourselves with eagles, then you learn to fly. Is that why you sit in between David and Jay, who, you know, are better than you? Right, let's go over here. Who am I with today?
It's Jay.
Right, Jay. So you got the highest mark for the mock, didn't you?
That's true, yeah.
So how much did you have to pay for that?
That was quite a lot of money that I spent on that. And the laser cutter helped a lot, I think.
if you're assuming that sorry, we'll just cut that out. Right. Okay.
Right. Are we starting now?
I started ages ago.
Cool. Right. Could you please blind rank these students? The first student is James Dyer.
James Dyer.
1 to 5.
As a student or as an individual?
Anyone, anyway.
I'm gonna play safe with James, and we're gonna go 2. Solid lad.
2. Doug.
Oh, okay. Right. Are these going to be all people that are in our upper set?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 8 of them. How many have been on the list?
There's 5.
Okay, goodness. Doug's has got to be 4. Yeah, but we're not just talking about overall outcome. I'm talking about character of individual, I think, as well. Tejas. Well, he's a tutee of mine, and I've got a fondness for him, so I think he's going to have to go 3. Daniel.
Ashton.
This one. 5.
And then me.
Well, that's been framed, isn't it? You've done that on purpose. Can I swap?
2.
Well, Daniel's going 1 now. I know you're the 5th one.
Okay, fine. If you could be one student in the upper 6th for a day, who would you want to be?
Oh, Eli Gover.
Yes.
Of course. Largely because I want to know the truth about that TV programme he apparently was on. I don't think he did as well as he told us. I just want to know the scoop on that.
Yeah. And then, how did you get so good at DJing?
Oh, in the same way that everyone gets good at geography over time, just hours and hours and hours of practice.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Very well.
There we go. That's it.
It's recording.
Hi, welcome to this interview. Could you introduce yourself for us?
Sure, Dylan. I'm Mr. Nietzsche and I teach chemistry.
Excellent, great start. A little fun fact, maybe?
About me?
Yeah, about you. No, about me, yeah, about you. So.
You see, this is why you should have sent me the questions before.
This is the fun part, sir. Like, how can you not think of a fun fact about you?
Well, it has to be PG, right?
Well, not really, sir. Just say whatever. They'll edit it out if it's bad.
Pause it for a second. Let me give me a thing.
No, don't pause it. This will get cut out as and when, but it's more fun watching you be under pressure.
As long as I can't think of anything fun.
Okay, no, we'll just scrap that. Nothing fun about this guy. Okay, next question. You can come up with anything.
Oh, I'll tell. No. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, this is about me. Does it have to be just about me or something that I've done?
Anything good. So just say something.
Oh, sports dinner. There was. Yeah. So it was a very fun night, but basically I had some water in my hands. I was drinking some water and then put it on a table at the front. Then went back dancing, and then I needed the water, right? And so 2 people sat at that table, and I didn't think too much of it. Went round to that table and then sort of grabbed this glass of water and started drinking it, like very confidently, right? Even asking anything. And I was like, oh, very nice. It's like sparkling water. And then in my head I realized, oh, hold on, my water was never sparkling water. And then I lock eyes with the person sat next to me, and she goes, okay, it's like, that's your water, isn't it? She goes, yeah. And I just kept on drinking it, like, and then just left. That was quite fun.
That's not weird. Did you know the person? Or?
No, didn't know them. But I don't think they had a good impression of me after that.
No, I don't think they did. Okay.
What's frustrating?
Yeah.
It has to be, I think, when the students retest you. So they know that they know your weak spots and they press on them. You know, it's.
Any examples of weak spots, sir?
Sometimes I can get quite. You know, if you keep on like, I don't know. It was today I witnessed it. Yeah, like for example, if you like keep on asking me the same question like 4 times in a row, and like I haven't answered the first time, but you keep on like, was that sir? Oh my god, like calm down. So I get very overwhelmed and I'm like, I need to control myself, like keep it cool. So that's very frustrating, then, yeah.
Fair enough.
And you know, whenever you talk and you got your quartet of talkers.
So I've
CH49.
I've moved out of the quartet.
Yeah, now you're out of the
I'm
quartet.
locked in because I need
now
to
he's
get
locked in.
Yeah. How does it feel being basically the same age as your students? It's like you have UNC status, but at the same time,
UNC status.
You're like also just like 4 years older than us or 5 years older than us. So like
6. You're barely 18.
I'm 18, so.
Oh, I'm 24.
That's 6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you said? Okay, fine. Never mind. Okay, fine, 6 years.
He's not taking maths, is he? Are you? Oh, bless. Oh, this is going well. It's interesting. It's one of those, like, you know, I think it's the hard part of the job, being this young, and like you gotta teach something, you gotta teach a curriculum, but you also gotta make the students sort of trust you in a way that, like, you know, because I can feel like, if especially when last year when I started teaching, that the age gap was even closer. They were like, they might not, you know, be a great teacher just because they're young, basically.
I know you're a great teacher, so you don't have to worry about that.
Sorry?
You're a great teacher, so you don't have to worry about that.
We'll see the results day. We'll see what miracles I made.
I mean, if you brought up Fortnite less often in the lessons, it might help.
That'll help, yeah.
Do you remember to put your iPad on Do Not Disturb so we don't get any egregious group chat names popping up on the board? Might also help. But anyway, we won't get into that right now. We won't get into
That was
right
good
now.
chat. That was good chat.
So, Mr. Herring has reported actually over 50 parking permits have been issued this year, and not a single one is in your name.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
Can you explain how sixth formers have overtaken you in driving, despite the fact you've already graduated university? Some of them are 17 years old.
I know. That's the one thing about my life. That's one of the things I got wrong, and it's driving. Like, in a sense, I never started driving when I was in Manchester, and then I went to uni, and then in Oxford, there's no need to drive. Like, it's literally everything is like 10-minute, 5-minute walk. Yeah. If anything, you get a bike, which I did, and you just bike around. So it's like those are 4 years where I always felt like I don't really need it. Like, why would I need it? Then as soon as I coming here, I was like, oh wow, like I literally live in the middle of nowhere. Like, in order to get anywhere, no, I'm not joking. I need to like walk 20 minutes to go to a bus stop or like go to the tube. And my journeys are like 3 hours to get to like a place which should be probably like 20 minutes away. So I was like, okay, right, I actually need to get my act together.
Right, okay.
And do it. And then yeah, of course, when I sat my test in January, didn't really pass it. It was a bit of a, I had this Alan, my mate Alan, you know, the examiner, it was something.
So he wasn't your mate, really?
No, not really, no, we're not mates.
Right.
He's got no mates.
Okay, tell us about your relationship with Mr. Patel.
Mr. Patel? Oh, what a great guy. So Mr. Patel, we met last year in, when did we meet? In August. So we all came to school early to do some like induction. Don't worry. Anyway, yeah, we just sort of started talking, and there was like sort of like coaching exercise, and then we got talking. Oh, Mr. Bull as well was there. What a legend! Bull from classics.
Oh yes.
Yeah, what a legend, that guy. And then yeah, we sort of like started talking like to each other, and I was like, you know, we'll have to like spend more time together.
Today I'm here with
Mr. Patel.
So Mr. Patel, tell me, what's your favourite bit about teaching?
So my favourite bit about teaching has to be working with young people, making sure that I'm making progress with young people and teaching maths, obviously, as a maths teacher. I most enjoy seeing students struggle with maths and then helping them to reach their full potential.
So what's been the hardest bit about teaching?
I think the hardest thing that I've found about teaching...
Is it the kids? You can be honest.
It's not the... No, it's not the kids. It's not the kids. I think the hardest thing about teaching is the training aspect. So it's doing all the reading, all the pedagogy, which is learning how to teach. That's probably for me the hardest bit. But otherwise, once you get used to it and get into it, I think it's quite a nice and fulfilling job.
So we've had some reports from a couple of students. One student has said, if Mr. Patel stopped doing magic and Rubik's Cubes in the lessons, he might actually pass his GCSEs. What are your thoughts on this?
Wow, I'd love to find out which student. I wonder which student that could be. I think I can pass my GCSEs. I think they should have said at least A-levels. Yeah.
So another group of students has seen you in a restaurant a couple of weeks ago, moving your seat so you could watch the football better. You a big football fan?
I'm a big football fan. I'm a big Arsenal fan.
Tough match.
Yeah, tough match on the weekend, so a bit gutted. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Homo plantatat, homo arigat, sed dios dat ecrimentum. Hey, you getting ready for an important exam? Listen, buckle up, eat some brain food for breakfast. Make sure you drink coffee. Get ready to take that exam like the champ that you are. Thank you, Merchant, for being a huge fan of mine.
This message to the merchant tailors. You have all grown up so fast. I remember when you were little, and now look at us. A member of the JCR. No one got suspended this year. Mr. Everson, happy retirement. And advice for someone going to uni: just chase your dreams and follow what you love doing.
What was that, Mr. Evans? You didn't know students could be this handsome? Yo, Jordan Glazing, man. What was that, Mr. Herring? I'm the most handsome student you think you've ever laid your eyes on. Bro, chill out there, Glazing, man. What was that, Mr. Husband? You might change your name to Mr. Wife so you can be my wife. Bro, chill out the Glazing, Mr. Husbands. Bro, you guys gotta chill the Glazing. I just want to say, I'm more handsome than Advi, Arav, Shah, Josan, Gil. So you guys have nothing on me. As you can tell, all the teachers are glazing me. So yeah. Still singing? Yeah.
Can you give us a dance?
Definitely again now.
Wait, that's mine. I reckon, actually, I don't know.
What do you think?
Who am I here with?
Orion Bahando.
And Orion, I have a question. What happened on the football tour during breakfast?
So you know the oranges, yeah, they were really sour.
Yeah.
So they weren't like weren't particularly nice. So naturally, you know.
So you just hurled everywhere because of oranges.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of them oranges.
I heard that.
Alright. Longest in the year. Ah, that's cool. Maybe you heard it here first. Where do I rank in the year? Introduce yourself.
I'm called Wix.
Wix here. How'd you feel after your goal on Saturday?
It was good.
It was good. Anything else to add?
No.
Tell me, what is your favourite moment in school?
Doug scored that last minute winner against one of the schools we played. It was beautiful. He played terrible the whole game.
Yeah.
Then he scored.
The dog just shit.
Yeah, he's so fat as well, so it's calm.
Start off?
Nah, he can.
Sky, bro.
Alright, so who do we have here?
Sufyan.
And do you say your full name or?
Okay, Sufyan Ismail. Cool.
What happens to the distilled water in biology?
That's crazy, bro. It's a rumor. It's all rumors.
So
what was the rumor?
Allegations.
What was the rumor?
It's all allegations.
Just explain. Just
to the camera what happened.
So some parts of Sufyan's body made the distilled water
nothing
undistilled.
In that biology lesson, bro. Not having that biology.
So we heard you contaminated every substance.
With a special something. So who are we here with today?
Rajiv, who do you think, mate? Have you seen me? I've been in this school for 7 years.
What's your name? Introduce yourself.
Sukhwinder Singh.
Nice to meet you.
Trish, is it true that you're top 10 easiest to rotate in the year?
No, that's Ryan. Ryan's number one.
Hey,
bro, live example right there.
That's fine, I can't even deny that.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done at MTs?
Probably.
He's really loud. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I don't need the mic. I've done like 25,000. Oh, I slept in the common room. You know Sports Day, right? you know Sports Day, right?
I just shut up now. Smash, marry, kill. Me, Advi, Sufyan.
Bro, I'm gonna smash him. I'll probably kill you, mate. You've raised better than me so many times. Sorry, this guy. Right. Bro, his parents are gonna execute him. Smash Sufyan, marry Advi, kill you.
No, the next person.
It's a free period. They're not looking in.
So, who are we here with?
Himal.
I just say your full name?
Himal Palnivel.
Okay, cool. Oh, wait, one more time for the camera?
Himal Palnivel.
Wait, one more time.
Short question, mate.
Yeah, sorry.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever seen at Merchant Taylors?
I think near the swimming pool, it was quite icy one day, and two people slipped and held hands.
Do you know which two people?
And it wasn't a great sight to see, and it's quite embarrassing.
Do you know which two people they were?
I don't want to disclose.
We heard it was Prahosha and Saharia. Yeah. Can you confirm that?
I think we would have felt it.
So, Himmel, what's some of the worst trims you've seen in school?
Normally got to be like the buzz cuts, or actually
top 3 worst trims.
Trees bowl cut. Do you have a bowl cut? And you. So sometimes I think you had a bowl cut as well, didn't you? So
I had a buzz cut actually, but it's alright.
What was the rationale behind that trim? Camera's there, mate.
Oh yeah, sorry. I went to the same barber as EP, and he just did me really dirty. Yeah, that's it.
Why?
Can we cut everything? Can we just cut?
It's an absolute honour to be here today, guys. Getting to interview Jay, our head monitor.
Right, so firstly, to set the record straight, I'm not an alcoholic, or as far as I'm aware, I'm not an alcoholic.
So obviously, at a school like MT, there's a lot of traditions that go on, and one of the more well-known traditions within the school is obviously the head monitor tradition. And I was wondering if you at all had any luck with the head monitor tradition, and if not, if you'd like to kind of maybe, I don't know, I'm available.
Well, I mean, I did receive an email from Mr. Husbands the other day asking me to do the speech for Zimbabwe State, which I'm assuming is what we're talking about. And And yeah, so I've started writing my speech, and yeah, I'll let you know if I need any help with it to keep the tradition going.
I'll always be here. So obviously we know how much you do for the school, but if you hadn't been head monitor, how would you think the school have changed or not changed? Do you think everything would have been the same? Or?
Don't know if the school would still be open, to be honest. I think my role is so foundational to the running of the entire school. I spend at least 25 hours a day doing work for head monitor, and so I suspect we'd have been closed and Ofsted would have come and just shut everything down by now.
Following on from that question, I feel like you've actually set me up really well here. How do you feel about being called an arrogant prick?
To be honest with you, I mean, I am the most incredible student that's ever been to this school.
So obviously this interview is definitely up there, but what is the meltiest thing you have done so far this school year?
I mean, there's quite a few. I think it's one that involves you, actually. I seem to remember on a certain doctor's dinner day, a certain individual sitting opposite me suggested that we go and do an hour-long photo shoot in our tuxedos all around school, and insisted that we held open some of the old books in the Spencer Leeson room. And I think that might be the meltiest thing I've done at the school.
What has made your time at Taylor's so special, and what will you miss most about your time at the school?
I think 100% of people. For me personally, I think the thing I've most valued during my time at the school has been the connections that I've made with people. I have relationships with teachers, relationships with other members of staff. Okay, that was just an unnecessary reaction. Friendships with.
What would your final message for our year group be?
Putting yourself out there. I think for me personally, a lot of the really happy memories that I've got and things that I've really enjoyed while being at the school or outside have just been from saying yes to things and just trying to get involved in stuff that I wasn't necessarily comfortable doing in the first place.
Sir, thank you for joining us today. It's an absolute honour and a privilege to be interviewing you. So I thought we'd start off quite nice and light. What has been your favourite memory of our year?
It's really the kind of excellent use you've made of the common room next to me. I like how you've made it into like a really nice, warm, cosy space that people can really enjoy.
And then, sir, which student would you most trust to take your position?
Not to Tejas or something like that, you know, yeah. Really doing a huge one. I think that'd be
I think you hit the nail on the head there, sir. Who in our year do you think is most likely to end up homeless?
I can't really see anyone ending up homeless, and that would obviously be a tragedy if it happened. I suppose I can see a fair number of people being kicked out of their homes. It must be frustrating to live with Zach Chopper, and so imagine being kicked out. You can imagine that.
Yeah. You once said in assembly that the best time to start was months ago, and the next best time is now, and then followed on by a ramble about Napoleon and some trees. What would you say to those boys who have not yet planted their trees and are not too eager to get started? What would your advice be for them?
I mean, I just don't bother planting the tree, to be honest. Maybe go and see if you can buy one of those fake plastic plant things, and that would probably be fine.
How many times have you pondered resignation?
Well, I mean, do you just want ponder, or do you want offered resignation?
So we were wondering if you had a post-exam beverage recommendation for the year group.
A recommendation? Yeah, well, I don't know, like an aged champagne, you know, kind of decent vintage Krug or something. I assume that's what you guys are looking for, is it? I know people do, and you mix, what you do though is you mix that with a blue WKD. That's outstanding.
And then, so what would you rate our year group from 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
6, 7.
Could you go more, sorry?
6, 7.
6, 7. 6, 7.
Amazing.
It's a kind of 6 or 7 in that region.
Which monitor was picked last?
Oh, Rio Waddington. I mean, he was the kind of personality pick. Yeah. I mean, I thought everyone knew that.
Yeah. Why was there no second round of JCR being picked, sir?
That's a good question, but I forgot, I suppose.
How do you plan to fill the massive hole in your heart that will be left without leaving?
Probably just like champagne and blue WKD.
Very obvious and rods, so yeah, I agree. What is something that none of our students know about you?
People don't know that I actually just really care about you guys, and I want you to do well at everything. I try to hide it, but I really do.
And then, if you were to die tomorrow and could only leave one message for our year group, first of all, we hope you don't, sir. What would that message be?
It would be to like think about planting a tree. I don't know if you know, but Napoleon once said that actually the best time to plant a tree is yesterday or today or something like that. So I think if you were going to plant a tree, that'd be great, and otherwise just enjoy yourselves. It's A-levels, isn't it? What could go wrong? Thank you very much.
Thanks, Phil.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so first question for you. When you look at our year group, what do you think stands out the most to you?
I think that you're all more or less bearded. You really ran with that, didn't you? And the quarter zip things. No, I think you're great. I think you've really contributed in loads of different ways. And, you look back at the musicals that would actually start, and I think about all of these different other musical exploits that people have got up to. Sport has been, I'm really looking forward to the hockey that's coming up. I think you can look back on your time with a lot of pleasure and pride.
So, Sarah, if you had to describe our year group in 3 words, but one has to be slightly critical, what would it be?
I think you are hardworking. I think you are ambitious. I think there's a lot of people who are going to make something of themselves in this year group. And I think there's a bit of scattiness as well. I think maybe I'd go for scatty.
So do you think your assemblies are actually interesting, or is it more of a character building exercise for us?
I want to say both. Look, I wouldn't give an assembly if I wasn't interested in it. So I can promise you that literally everything I say in assembly interests me. Does it interest everyone in the room? Probably not. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Is it character building? Yeah. It's consciously countercultural. I think that our culture is TikTokified, and everything is on a 15-second timer. And what I do in assembly is I make you listen to a single thread of thought for 10 minutes that takes you somewhere, and at the end of it you'll know something you didn't know before, and maybe thought about the world in a way that you hadn't thought about it before, but you are going to have to listen.
So what's something that you won't miss at all now you're leaving?
4-hour governing body meetings. That's 4 hours I'll never get back again. What else won't I miss? People who try to play me. And the other thing I won't miss is that as head, you become a kind of a blank canvas on which people project their relationship with their own father, their relationship with authority, their anger at the world, whatever. You aren't really you anymore. You're a figurehead, you're a role, you're an object. That's quite wearing after a bit. And this is my 20th year of that as a head. So I think those, but truthfully, I will miss a heck of a lot more than I will not miss. And the conversations like this, I'm going to really miss. And really bright, engaged people at the start of their life, full of enthusiasm and energy. And I think being a head, being a teacher is the best job in the world, and I will miss it.
And then, that being said, what advice would you give to our year as we go on our journey into the future?
I would say, I'm going to do an assembly on this, but you probably won't be here to hear it. So I would say you've got to do the thing in front of you. Don't try and have a game plan. Don't try and be clever about your life. Just do the thing that is being presented to you with laser-like precision to the best of your ability, and people will notice and reward you for your delivering, getting stuff done. And then when you get power and responsibility, which you will, all of you will, because you're that good, then focus on people and culture. But you can't do that when you're at the start because you don't have the authority, you don't have the ability. But when you are given responsibility, then you realise you can't do it all yourself. You have to work through other people to do it. And that means you have to build a team and you have to build a culture that will feed the team. And that's the single most important thing you do as a leader, is build the team, build the culture. And you feed it all the time, tell the story. Because if you don't tell the story, somebody else is. And it'll be a worse story than the one that you want. So do that. Read. So important to read. And P.G. Wodehouse is a great place to start. Funny. Be curious. And keep your friendships. Keep your friendships.
In the video, so I'm Theo. In uni, I see myself probably doing something architecture related. In 10 years' time, I'll be pouring pints at a bar.
Hi, my name is Mateo Rodriguez, Arellano. I'm studying biochem. I'm going to King's on my soul, on everyone's soul, I'm going to King's. Don't worry, you're laughing. And in 10 years' time, I'll be a multi-millionaire.
Okay, I'm Jack. I'm going to Warwick for accounting and finance, and in 10 years, I see myself being rich enough to not work a job.
I'm Adi. I see myself going to Edinburgh to do chemistry. And I see myself in 10 years in salary.
I'm Aaron. I'm going to Deutsche Bank to work as an investment banker as a degree apprenticeship. And in 10 years, I see myself still working with Deutsche Bank.
And in 10 years, I see myself making songs.
I'm going to study English at the University of York and 10 years
I'm Noah. I'm going to study biology at UCL in 10 years.
Nice. My name is Tim Yuka Raja. I'm going to study geography at Hope at UCL. What I'll be doing in 10 years, hopefully working at a bank.
I'm Rodrigo. I'm going to study aerospace at Bath. And in 10 years, hopefully I'll not be resitting my A-levels.
Seb, I'm going to be studying linguistics at Warwick, and in 10 years I want to be a linguist at MI5.
Hi, I'm Cormac. I'm going to be studying philosophy at Durham, and in 10 years I might be in the military. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Nishil. I'm studying at Nottingham, PwC Flying Start Programme, Accounting Finance, and in 10 years I see myself being super rich.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and hopefully I'll be in Durham next year. I am, in 10 years, hopefully going to be running an underground cockfighting ring in Vietnam.
Hi, I'm Aryan. I'm going to go to the University of Bristol, and in 10 years' time, I'll be fighting JDEV in Vietnam.
Hi, I'm Seb, and I'll be doing history at Durham.
Hi, I'm Yusuf, and I'll have Norwich.
And in 10 years' time, we'll be getting married.
Hi, my name is Dylan, and I'm hoping to study geography at the University of Leeds. And in 10 years' time, I'm hoping to be anything but a teacher like Mr. Vinice.
I'm Sukraj, and I'm hoping to study chemistry at Oxford. And in 10 years I see myself very rich and hopefully not doing too many drugs.
My name is Ryan Parker. I'm planning on studying biology. In 10 years' time, I want to be hopefully establishing
Hi, I'm Tanish. I'm going to Barts Medical School, and in 10 years I hope to be starting my specialist training as a doctor.
I'm Zachary. I want to study crime and security science at UCL, and in 10 years' time, I want to be happy.
I'm JJ, I'm studying chemistry at Oxford, and in 10 years...
I'll kill him for that. I'll kill him for that. Hi, my name is Rahul Shah. I am going to be studying automotive engineering at Southampton. And in 10 years' time, I'm going to be at Mercedes and Portugal.
Hi, my name is Nikhil. I'm hopefully studying mechanical engineering at Imperial. And in 10 years' time, I'd like to be at either Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, or BAE Systems.
I'm George. I'm wanting to study Arabic, French and Spanish at Durham, and in 10 years I want to be living on a boat and not doing anything.
I'm John. I want to study law at Durham at Bristol to get into Durham. And in 10 years I hope to be
I'm Sam. I'm going to Durham to do econ with a year abroad, and in 10 years' time, I see myself tying the knot with Thomas.
Thomas and hopefully go to Ireland. In 10 years' time, I see myself very far away from Sam. I'm Josh. I want to be a physio. I'm going to Mark. I'm doing mechanical engineering. In 10 years, I'll be Ibiza. Just enjoy it.
Yep. My name is Max. I'm going to be studying Russian politics at university. In 10 years' time, I'm seeing myself probably being unemployed.
Okay, I'm Trish, and in 10 years' time, I want to be a McDonald's manager.
I'm Logan. I want to study design engineering at Imperial. In 10 years' time, I want to be a McDonald's employee to Trish.
Yes! Come on, my guy, let's go!
My name's Claire. I'm studying English literature, working to Warwick, and I want to be in 10 years going around some random country with whoever.
My name is Colleen. I'm studying politics and international relations at Exeter. In 10 years, in a different country.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I'm going to be studying medicine at Imperial, and in 10 years' time I'm probably going to be either unemployed or working minimum wage at some hospital in Coventry.
Nice.
My name is Cameron.
My name is Paddy.
I'm Imperial at UCL. I'm going to be working at
I'm Rafi, hoping to study history at Magdalen College, Oxford, and in 10 years I'd like to be a wealthier man of greater means and wisdom.
I'm Samir, I'm studying engineering at Bristol, and in 10 years I want to see myself as a business owner, making millions.
I'm Joshin, I'm going to Bristol to study physics and philosophy, and in 10 years' time I want to become a theoretical physicist.
I'm James, I'm applying for classics at Exeter. And in 10 years I'll probably be unemployed, so I'm going for classics.
I'm Jonah. I'm studying the unemployment degree jazz at Leeds Conservatoire, and in 10 years I'm going to be destitute.
Hi, I'm Jeevan. I'm going to be studying architecture at UCL. In 10 years' time I see myself as an architect maybe somewhere else in Europe.
I'm definitely going to work on a business, trying to small machining parts factory, and in 10 years' time I'll be doing something very different, hopefully.
Hi, I'm Owen. I'm hoping to go to Oxford for psychology and linguistics, and in 10 years I'm hoping to be a teacher.
Hi, I'm Sam. I want to study French and linguistics. I don't know where. And in 10 years, I see myself still spam adding people on LinkedIn.
My name is Brayden Doran. I'm looking to study law, anywhere that'll take me. And in 10 years, I'm hopefully going to still be in the country and not homeless.
Hi, I'm Yuvraj.
I'm Aaron.
I'm hoping to study dentistry at home.
I'm going to study medicine at Bath.
In 10 years, I see myself having my own dental practice.
And in 10 years, I'll be a qualified doctor.